My name's Chris Pettit. I worked at Mercedes-AMG High Performance Powertrains, where they're the company that build the Formula One engines for Mercedes, McLaren and Force India, and that's positioned in a place in Brixworth. It's about 10 miles outside of Northampton. But the favourite aspects about my workplace has to be just how cool it was. I mean, like, Formula One's a sport that I love. And just walking around the building and just seeing all the engines, just the parts laid out, people just working hard, that was just amazing. And also just the responsibility that you get given. Like, as a placement student, you have a month, so I had a month getting taught stuff, and then I went into working, and the amount of responsibilities and roles I got laid with was really good. By the end of it, just because of like someone went on leave for pregnancy, I ended up taking on some senior management roles, and it was just really good fun. The main benefit was just the confidence thing. So like, one of the tasks I had to do was to present an investment appraisal form in front of the senior management team, like massive boardroom, like really, it was quite scary at first, but I did a few weeks of that, and that just meant I was so much more confident, like, just really easy, just flowing off the tongue, and just doing presentations and stuff like that. I think another main benefit was me is I wasn't very good on Excel before I came, but like within literally 2 weeks, you're doing all sorts of formulas and complicated functions, and it comes really, really easily. I think it's helped a lot with my final year, a lot to do with time management as well. I found the sort of second year I was quite lazy, just sort of doing gym work and only little bits of work every now and again. But if you go from doing sort of an 8 to 6 job and you sort of stay until the work's done, then you're so much more focused on your work and everything, and it just means your time management's a lot better. I found my placements through the PCC website. I saw the link there, I applied through that, sent off my CV and my cover letter. I got quite a bit of help from the PCC just by looking at previous examples that they gave me of CVs and cover letters and that sort of thing, and sort of based my formatting on that. And I also had a bit of help from the PCC on Excel tests that they do. So I got told that I was going to have an hour-long interview and an Excel test. So I went to the PCC and they gave me some sort of help with the Excel test, just to sort of give me an idea what to expect and stuff. I found like I'm quite a sort of sporty person. At the start sort of month or so, I found it really hard after like working until 7 o'clock to go back and train. But as the sort of year went on and as my time management skills got a bit better, I found like I'd sort of train before work, do some early morning swims and stuff. And by the end of the year, I was training a lot harder, and I actually did like a short triathlon just to like see what it was like. I've always wanted to do one and managed to get around to it, so it was another good thing that I did during my placement year. One of my main pieces of advice would be to record what you do on your placement. I found it really useful. At the end of my placement, I spoke with my manager, and he got me to record down everything that I'd done on my placement, and by the end of it I was like, oh, I've done a lot, and that will really help for like future CVs and everything as well, and I found that really useful. And that's it really. So if someone say to me, what makes you want to do a placement and that sort of thing, I would say networking is a really, really big thing. Also during my placement, I got advice to join LinkedIn, and from that I've got a lot of contacts now from like the Formula One industry. So if I could go back into there, that like using the contacts that I've got would be really good. F1's like part of my life. I really enjoy it. Watch all the races. One of the things that really surprised me that I didn't know before I went there is the fact that they give a bonus on each race. So like race win is you get a bonus of £250, and that makes it really interesting. Like on a Sunday watching that race, and you think, oh, I'm gonna win 250 quid on this, and that's just unreal. I got to meet the drivers. I met Michael Schumacher and stuff like that, and just seeing like we got taken to see the car test driven around the track and stuff like that. I mean, that side of it really exceeded what I expected. The work side of it was kind of what I expected. But what I really enjoyed about the placement was the fact that when I started to think like this task getting a bit bored, like I'm doing it sort of quite a lot now, getting really like into it, then I'd get given some more tasks, something new, which I found really, really interesting, like always mixing it up, which was really good. So the main things I think I developed, like time management was a main one, like a big one for me. The other ones would be just public speaking was quite a good one, because like I did like different presentations, stuff like that. Other ones, one thing that I found that I really like learned a lot more through my placement was just how much it's better just going to see someone when you need some work done or something like that, rather than just picking up the telephone and just go and have a conversation with someone. And it like that was really good for me.